Hey, what's going on, friends? Bad Guy Cam here with our week 1 battle for the SDF Season 6. Very excited for this one. We are going up against Vuldark and the Atlanta Aegislashes. We have been in other leagues with Vuldark, but I don't think we've actually ever played against him before. So this will be our first ever meeting against Vuldark, which I am very scared about because I do know from what I have seen, he is a very good battler and he does have a very scary team. That being said, you'll notice that this layout's a little bit different from our NPBA videos if you're watching those. It's just, for the sake of time, had to simplify it a little bit. But what we are going to still do is do a team breakdown, talk about his team, talk about our team, and then we'll just use the same layout for the battle moving forward. Okay, let's talk about Voldark's team first. He's got Mew, Conkeldurr, Dragonite, Scolipede, Incineroar, Megastelix, Jellicent, Whimsicott, Glaceon, and Morpeko. Very, very scary team. Just some things that we want to call out here. First off is that Scolipede is extremely scary. Depending on the set, it could legitimately just wipe out my entire team, depending on what the set is. Realistically, just looking at it, I do think that he's got a bit of a 4 move slot syndrome here, and we've brought enough that we can work around that. But like a Sword Stance Life Orb set, if he doesn't run the Focus Sash or Protect, is extremely risky but extremely scary for my team. If he does have to run the Focus Sash or he does run Protect to play a little bit safer, we actually play around that pretty well. But at the same time, that's a little risky for him if he doesn't have either of those options and he has to come in on one of my mons that can Oko before he can get a speed boost up. So first thing I want to call out is that mon is extremely scary. I also want to call out Megastelix is an extremely bulky mon. As I was going through calcs, that thing lives hits forever, and it's going to be extremely difficult to take down. Looking at the 6 that I think he's going to bring, I'm actually going to put that right over here. Looking at the 6 that I think he's going to bring, I think that Scolipede comes for sure. I think Incineroar does extremely well here, as well does Megastelix. And then to wrap it all off, I think Jellicent, Mew, and Conkeldurr are the 6 that he's going to bring. There are a few other mons I could see him sneaking in. I could see the Dragonite making it. I could see the Whimsicott making it. Glaceon, Morpeko, not so much. But I do think that those are the 6 that we're going to be seeing. So let's talk about our 6 then, shall we? As you can see, I've had the first one pulled up here. Very, very excited to bring Dumbledore, the Mega Alakazam, our number 1 pick, the number 1 pick of all of Season 6, to our Week 1 battle. You can see we are obviously holding the Alakazite. Magic Guard is the ability before we're going to Mega Evolve, which does allow us to switch into, whether it's spikes or sticky webs or rocks, whatever it is. We're not going to take any of that negative damage or effect before we have to Mega Evolve. After Mega Evolving, it's a different story though. We are going for 212 in speed, 252 special attack with a jolly or timid nature, and then the rest thrown into HP with 40, and then 4 in special defense just to give us that odd number in HP. For moves, we're going for Substitute Psychic, Shadow Ball, Focus Blast. There were a couple things that I was thinking with this Pokemon. First off, there was a set I don't want to go too much into because I might use it in the future, but I had a different set originally, but realized that if the Scolipede was one of those other sets that I was talking about, whether it was the Focus Sash set or the Protect set, that was very... I just straight up lost to it. Like, there's no other way to put it. So we ended up running Substitute on the off chance that, hey, we can get a Substitute up, start doing some damage, and then if that Scolipede comes in, he has to break our Substitute before I take him out. And if he's not the Focus Sash set, which I actually really think he has to run Focus Sash this week because of Mega Alakazam, then I think that's Substitute's going to be our best bet, and then Psychic, Shadow Ball, and Focus Blast hit his team for at least neutral damage across the rest of the team. In fact, there are very few things that I don't hit super effectively at this point. I want to say just the Whimsicott and that's it. And the Dragonite. Whimsicott and the Dragonite are the only 2 that I don't hit super effectively, and we are still doing a good chunk of damage to them. Once we Mega Evolve, we'll have Trace, so maybe we can trace a cool ability as well. If we could trace like I don't know, Honestly, the Whimsicott, if it comes, would be the coolest thing to trace because getting off Prankster substitutes would be really neat. But other than that, Dumbledore's here just to do some damage, clean up some things, break some walls if we need it to, and just generally be a massive threat. So that's what Mega Alakazam's going to be doing this week. Next up, we have Razorblades, the Weavile, holding the Choice Band with the Pressure ability, Ice Shard, Knockoff, Triple Axle, and Low Kick. Weavile is here just to kick some faces in. We've got 184 in speed, 252 in attack, and then the rest 72 dumped into HP with the Jolly Nature. I was looking at his team, and we outspeed a decent portion of his team, barring... So with this set that we're running enough to outspeed the... what are we outspeeding? The Morpeko, I believe. Just on the off chance that it did come. Nope, we're outspeeding the Mew. We're outspeeding the Mew. Am I crazy? I can't remember what I'm outspeeding. It's because I looked at this and said, I don't necessarily need to outspeed the Whimsicott. So I know we're not outspeeding the Whimsicott. And then the Scolipede, if it's going to boost up, that's going to be, you know, super fast anyway. So I believe my thought process here was I'm going to outspeed the Mew. But if I was outspeeding the Mew, I'd be running Adamant. So my guess is I'm outspeeding, based on our base stats, I'm outspeeding a non-boosted Scolipede, which perfectly fine with me. I'm also doing a little bit of a remembering here as I put this team together. So, and that's why I like doing these team builder videos, because it helps refresh me before we jump into a battle. So that's what we're doing with our Weavile this week. Ice Shard is there for the priority to snipe some different Pokemon if they're getting low. Notably, if we're able to, again, that Scolipede's kind of scary, we can do some major damage there. Again, if the Dragonite comes, we can do some big damage against the Dragonite with the Ice Shard if it's trying to Dragon Dance up. Whimsicott as well, we are not affected by its Prankster ability because we are a Dark type, so it's not really ever going to be faster than us for the most, or if it is going to be faster than us, we can always hit it with an Ice Shard, and it can't do anything back to us and be faster than us. That's what I'm trying to say. And then the Low Kick is there to hit the Incineroar, the Mega Steelix, and that's the Glaceon if it comes. But more often than not, Knockoff, Triple Axle are there just to do a ton of damage, and we're gonna see how that goes. We're hoping that Weavile could do some good breaking this week, and we'll see how that goes. Let me get back to where I need to be. And we have Edison, the Zapdos, holding heavy duty boots and static, running a fully defensive version, max defense 252, bold nature with 248 HP, 8 in special attack, U-turn, defog, roost, and hurricane. This mon is meant to be as bulky as it gets. This is one of our switch-ins to a Conkeldurr potentially. Hoping that it doesn't have guts. That's kind of that's one of the risks that I'm looking at, and I'm wondering if I should switch back to pressure, because I've actually been going back and forth between do I run pressure or do I run static, and the more I'm thinking about it, I do think pressure might be a little bit better, so we can stall out some of these other mons. So I'm actually going to switch that to pressure right now because I am scared of getting the guts boost on the Conkeldurr. Conkeldurr is a very scary mon, and it's going to do some major damage to my team. Mach Punch, if it's guts adamant, it's so scary. So that's something that I definitely had to prep quite a bit for. This also is a great Incineroar switch in, and then Scolipede, again, this is a fantastic switch in because even if it gets a Swords Dance up and hits us with a Stone Edge, it's going to be doing like 50-something%, and then we can kind of stall out those Stone Edges, barring a crit or something like that. So knock on wood, we don't have to do that, but then he also has to potentially get hit by a Hurricane and get KO'd. So just something to keep in mind. Zapdos is here to be bulky and take a bunch of hits for us. It's also our defogger. I do think that there's a good chance that he brings rocks or even potentially toxic spikes. I did think about that potentially with the Scolipede as well. He could be some sort of like toxic spike variant if he didn't want to, if there was a specific things he was looking to get poisoned, which it doesn't quite make sense to me because I do have if the main thing he'd probably want to get poisoned is my Clefable or my Zapdos, and I'm probably going to be running heavy duty boots or Magic Guard on the Clefable, so that's doesn't make as much sense, but there's a chance that he could bring the rocks on the Steelix or a Mew as well. And if not, then we have a wasted move slot, and it is what it is. So that's our Zapdos that we're bringing this week. Next up, we've got Hubba Bubba the Clefable holding the leftovers with the Unaware ability, Teleport, Wish, Moonblast, and Fire Blast. So we are going for Unaware over the Magic Guard this week with our Clefable, specifically for the fact that he has a Dragonite that can set up, a Scolipede that can set up, a Mew that can set up. He's got some really scary setup mons that we're going to want to be able to take care of. And hence the wish or the set that we're running, right? So with the Moonblast and the Fire Blast, we can hit those two mons that are going to be wanting to set up. We can also be hitting a Conkeldurr, and yeah, that's pretty much what I was looking at there. Sorry, I feel like I have to sneeze, so give me just a second. But I think we're good now. And then we're also running the Teleport and the Wish. So Teleport was one of the big reasons that we did pick up our Clefable. So we think we can teleport into some of our huge hitting threats like our Mega Alakazam and our Weavile. And then Wish is there for support to keep some of those mons healthy, whether we need to, like Razor Blades has taken some hits or Dumbledore's been taking some hits. We can Wish, or we can use it for self-recovery as well, knowing that we live pretty much anything that he wants to throw out. We are running a very mixed set when it comes to defenses. We are mainly physically defensive because he doesn't really have too many special threats that we really need to worry about. The biggest being the Mew, and Dragonite's kind of there too. It's one of those things where like Dragonite could be run specially. Jellicent it hits specially. It doesn't do like a ton of damage, but I know it can be really annoying and do decent damage. And so I didn't really feel the need to like super bulk up on something that's he didn't really have super many special attacking threats that I really needed to worry about. So we ran the Bold Nature with 88 in defense, 56 in special defense, 112 in special attack, and 252 in HP. So it's kind of all over there with the spread. This I can't tell you off the top of my head what these are meant exactly to live, but I do know that we live Guts Poison Jab, Adamant Poison Jabs from the Conkeldurr. And then if he is running like an assault vest set, we actually handle that really, really well with the Moonblast. Trying to think of what else that was meant to do. Basically, a tier to BR wall. It does really well against Incineroar. It does well against most types of Mews. Obviously, it's extremely difficult to plan for a Mew. You just never know what a Mew's going to be. So you got to kind of take all those things into consideration as well. It could be a nasty plot set, which actually is the main thing I'm thinking it could be. Some sort of special attacking set makes sense with his team. So that's what I'm thinking, and that is our Hubba Bubba for the week. Next up, we are bringing Bonesaw the Pinsir, holding the Choice Scarf and the Moxie ability. Earthquake, or X-Scissor, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Knockoff, 216 in speed, 252 in attack, 40 in HP with the Jolly Nature. Yes, we are bringing Pinsir week 1. I am very excited to be bringing Pinsir. I was looking at the team, and this was a really pretty great way to handle the Mew. And I didn't really have much else at this point that was going to do super, super well against the Mew. Shadow Ball on Mega Alakazam was going to be doing a decent amount. Okay, I lied. And we have Weavile there as well. But just making sure that we have enough things that we can handle the Mew is fantastic. We also have a really good just base 100 defensive stat. So this is a really good answer to Scolipede as well. Incineroar, we are running that Choice Scarf so that we can be faster than the Incineroar regardless. Even though I do feel that we're way outspeeding the Incineroar. So our speed is there to outspeed the, because we're running Choice Scarf, we're outspeeding a +1 Dragonite, I believe is what we were going for. Yes, we are outspeeding a +1 Dragonite. So we can actually hit that with a Stone Edge. It's going to do a ton of damage, and if we can get those Moxie boost rolling, it's going to be crazy. We are running with this set. We hit everything super effectively. We have the Earthquake. Honestly, once the Dragonite's gone, and endgame, Earthquake hits everything on his team, at least neutrally, except for the Whimsicott. So that can really just like Whimsicott. Like I said, I don't think Whimsicott is coming. There's potential it could. That's pretty much the biggest thing that shuts down my Pinsir. However, that the X-Scissor Earthquake Stone Edge knockoff combo is doing so much damage across his team. This is another thing that we're looking to either sweep with at the end to be a cleaner with that Moxie, or we can use it towards the beginning to force him to make some decisions and try to take down my Pinsir. So yeah, that's our pincer this week. Very excited about that. Excited to bring our lowest lowest tier Pokemon. I think it's going to be really good bring this week. Our last mon we're bringing is Applejack, the Mudsdale, holding the leftovers with the stamina ability. Stealth Rock, Toxic, Earthquake, Rock Slide. Pretty straightforward for our Mudsdale this week. He's our rocker. Toxic is there to start whittling some things down. I do think that a great switch into this would probably be the Jellicent. So I see the Jellicent doing Jellicent things, and then we can go for a Toxic, get a Toxic, then that way it can't recover up. So we are running the Stealth Rock and Toxic for those reasons, and then Earthquake and Rock Slide, just general damage. Again, Rock Slide is going to be hitting some of the threats that I think are going to be coming, like the Incineroar, the Scolipede, potentially the Dragonite. The Earthquake is there for the Mega Steelix. Mega Steelix, though, is extremely bulky, and we're going to have to we're going to have to do some damage there at some point, but this is one of our answers to Mega Steelix, because with our EV spread of the 156 in defense with the bold nature and 248 in HP, we are living quite a bit, and then the stamina boost is going to keep increasing our defense, and then we get health back from leftovers over time as well. So we are running 100 in attack as well to give us a little bit more of an attack boost, and then we were able to put 4 remaining into special defense, which, I mean, really didn't do a whole lot. So, but it's there because it gave us an extra point in something. So that's the team for this week. This is what we're going in against Vuldark with. Hopefully, week 1 we can pull it out. I'm very scared for this team. I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't say I've lost sleep over it, but that Scolipede is just haunting me. As soon as I saw that and he picked that up on his team, I was like looking at my team and I was like, this is gonna be tough. So, as you can see, we have multiple ways that we can try to handle that Scolipede. One other thing I was also going to call out, that Conkeldurr is a huge problem. And having as many defensive answers to that as we possibly could is just, it's what we got to do, right? I know that Dumbledore absolutely demolishes it once it comes in. So we do have like a really good offensive answer there, as well as Clefable if it's not an Assault Vest set. Even then we handle it pretty well. So I feel like we've covered his major threats super well, and I guess we'll just have to see how this goes. So thank you all for watching. We're going to battle here sometime soon. Not exactly sure when, but hopefully in the next 20 minutes or so. And we will see you for the battle here in just a couple seconds. So thanks for watching. We'll see you there. Okay, here we are with the battle, and we see that we make a few initial mistakes with our guess, but that's a-okay because we did prep for these mons. We see the Dragonite instead of the Incineroar, we see the Whimsicott instead of the Mew, and we see the Morpeko instead of the Jellicent. So let me go ahead and make sure all my calcs are pulled up here. Thinking about what his lead could be, I'm thinking it could be the Whimsicott. Morpeko is kind of interesting. It makes me wonder what type of sets Morpeko likes to run. I can see, let's see, the Aura Wheel, Parting Shot, Super Fang. What other sets are there out there? Just to give us a little bit of an idea. Gets some utility. It gets Rapid Spin. Okay, that's his Rapid Spinner then. I'm gonna lead with should I lead with Mega Alakazam? That's actually my first thought, because if he leads with his Whimsicott, we can trace the Prankster. If he leads with Mega Steelix, we can trace Sturdy, which would be interesting, I believe. If he leads with the Scolipede, we can trace Speed Boost. If we lead with... Do we want to lead for damage, or do we want to just go for a safe lead and go for, like, Mudsdale? Mudsdale looks pretty dang good against this team. The Whimsicott's kind of the only thing that slows it down. Oh my gosh, I want to lead with Mega Alakazam so bad. I feel like that's a horrible decision, though. I'm going to do it. Oh yes, he leads with the Whimsicott. Okay, perfect. So we are going to Mega Evolve and go for the substitute right off the bat. So we can trace that Prankster. And I don't care if he taunts me after that. I don't care if he taunts me after that. He might actually switch out here, but we also then get our Mega up for free, and we don't have to worry about doing it later. I really don't think he's going to have... okay, let's see what happens. You go for the substitute. He goes for the U-turn. Ah, bummer. Okay, so we do know it has U-turn. Whimsicott, if it's got the U-turn. Okay. So we do have that prankster now. Yeah, we see U-turn was doing like 36 to 42, so that definitely helped out with getting the sub up. Because now he has to choose what to go into. He chooses to go into the Morpeko. Oh my goodness, this is a little scary. He's probably going for the dark type move if I had to guess. And the way he brought this in makes it seem like it's probably like a scarf set. Aura Wheel is doing... We actually... Okay, yeah, after the substitute we don't live. Focus Blast is absolutely annihilating this thing, but then we have to live it. We have to actually hit it. If I click substitute again, let's check out this Conkeldurr. A Mach Punch, if it's Guts Adamant, is doing about 36, and that's his only priority on the team. Except for maybe E-Speed on Dragonite. And if he's not boosted, that is doing just over 50. So that's unfortunate. I don't think we can stay in here. And I actually think we go into Applejack. Okay. So he gets the speed boost from the Aura Wheel. We get our stamina boost. We show off our leftovers. His switch in here is likely what? He could go for the Conkeldurr. We could be going into the Whimsicott. I'm going to do quick Stealth Rocks because he's going to go into the Whimsicott. Yeah. And then we are going to go into... Toxic would have been an interesting play there. So we know it has U-turn. I'm more used to seeing Whimsicott in VGC, so I'm actually... Let's see, we've got Leech Seeds, Encores, Moon Blasts. He could be running Defog. We also know he's running U-turn. If he's going for like an offensive set, yeah, he gets like Energy Ball and Moon Blast. Switcheroo is a potential thing that he could be running, so you got to be careful about that. Let's see. It actually gets knockoff as well. Oh, Sub-Seed, gross. Don't want to have to deal with that. How much is an Energy Ball doing? It's like an offensive Whimsicott versus Mudsdale. Oh no, we are not staying in against that. Yeah, I think we've got to go into Zapdos here. And then we can click U-turn into something else. So he does go, he's got the Giga Drain, gets the critical hit. So let's see how much that did. Giga... Sorry, my stuff's over here. I should probably move it closer. Giga Drain against my Zapdos with a crit. Did 17%. So he is very much not. Do I have anything else selected? I shouldn't. Because according to this, a crit should be doing with Giga Drain about 20%. I'm probably missing something. But that's okay. Because we are going to go ahead and, I believe, just click U-turn. U-turn seems like a decent play. His switch in here is probably the... Morpeko, if I had to guess. Or he stays in. U-turn, Giga Drain. What are your last two moves? I'm going to click U-turn. Okay, so he does go into the Morpeko as we go for U-turn. That's going to do a ton of damage. And then we go into Pincer. So if he's choice Scarf versus my Pincer, because that's my initial thought, and that's why he brought this in. He's got something to hit my Zapdos with, or he was expecting to take a Hurricane. So let me take a look at more Peko. So if you're like offensive and Zapdos went for U-turn, that did about 48%. So he does have some bulk investment. So if we go into our Pincer, we're going to click Earthquake here, because I don't think there's really, like, if he thinks I'm going for a bug type move, he might go into the Steelix. If we're going for a ground type move, he could go into the Dragonite here, which would be kind of scary. He also thinks maybe I'm like a subset. I could go for Swords Dance. That would also be very scary. Like a Swords Dance Moxie set is very scary. But let me make sure that I'm making this play right, because a knockoff doesn't take you out quite. Aura Wheel is going to be doing a hefty amount of damage to me, less than like a Super Fang. It could be going for a Parting Shot. We are going to probably reveal that we're Scarf here unless he is Scarf. And if that's the case, I think we just click Earthquake. Okay, so he goes into the Conkeldurr, and we do a crit for 43%. And we see that he is not Guts. Yes, that was sad. Yeah. Sad face. Okay, so let's take a look at that. So our Earthquake crit his Conkeldurr, and if he's running max bulk, 43%. Yep, so he's probably like an adamant. We also see that no item, so Assault Vest is my guess. He probably goes for knockoff here. Am I okay losing my Scarf? I think I am. I'm going to go for Earthquake again. That does 27%. Oh, he goes for the Rock Slide, but we live it. And we're going to click Earthquake one more time. Unless he wants to lose his Conkeldurr here, which I don't think he does, because I still have Weavile in the back. Yeah, I've actually completely forgot about Rock Slide, so yeah, we were definitely living that. As soon as I saw that, I got a little scared, and I was like, oh crap, Rock Slide. What's his switch in here then? I think I just have to click Earthquake again. Yeah, there's the Whimsicott. Gets another crit. Oh man. I can't stop the crits, I'm sorry. So we see him take 30% off an Earthquake crit. So we still have crit selected. So let's look at you. Why can't I think of your name? Whimsicott. So a crit Earthquake did 30%, so he's definitely got quite a bit of bulk. So he could be like max speed, max HP. I'm going to go back into Zapdos. So he does have the defog. That's okay. Based on the fact that he's got that. I'm guessing he's got to be a Focus Sash Scolipede, if I'm being completely honest. Do I click U-turn or Hurricane here? U-turn or Hurricane? Because if he stays in, Hurricane takes him out. If I go for a U-turn, it's doing about 14%. I'm actually going to click Hurricane. I'm going to click Hurricane here. And he goes into the Steelix. Okay. No confusion. That's okay with me. Now we click U-turn on of our own. We see that do 3%. So let's do some calcing here really quick. Steelix. That's too many E's. Mega Steelix. Okay, so a Hurricane did 22%, which means he likely has some special bulk, or I got a low roll. And we're going to go into Mudsdale here. So he gets his Stealth Rocks up. That's okay. And then my yeah. So he's probably not got any. He's probably like a specially bulky, like a little bit of special bulk, a little bit of attack, if I had to guess. So my Mudsdale going for Earthquake here is going to do a decent chunk. So I'm going to go for the Toxic, hoping that he switches out, because he can't really do anything to me here. No, he can't really do anything to me because, yep, there's the Whimsicott, and we get the Toxic off. Nice. Giga Drain is going to do quite a bit, but then our play is Edison 100%, as has been from the beginning. So we take 31%. Toxic is going to start doing its thing. I'm going to click Roost, actually. If he wants to go into Steelix again, that's fine. Actually, do I click Defog or do I click Roost? Because that gives him a free switch into either the Morpeko or the Whimsicott. Or no, he's already in the Whimsicott. I mean the Steelix. I'm going to click Defog first. So I do need to get rid of these rocks. So we know Steelix has rocks. He does go into the Morpeko. How much is this thing going to do to me? Offensive support versus... So that's max attack versus our Zapdos, Aura Wheel. It looks like we live, so I'm going to click Roost. Wait. Let me check stuff first. So let's go look at your moveset. I'm not going to just throw this one away if I don't have to. So let's grab a Morpeko and let's see what moves you get. He could go be Ice Fang. Ice Fang is a move that he could go for right here. Ice Fang is going to be doing... Where's my calc? There it is. So if he's got the Ice Fang, that's doing less than the Aura Wheel. I click Roost. So yeah, he might be Speedy Boy now, but we win this battle. So we've showed off our whole set at this point. 66%. Do I click Roost again? I think I have to. Yeah, that's okay. That is a-okay with me. And then we click U-turn. And there goes Morpeko. So Zapdos gets the first kill of the season. I'm going to go ahead and just go straight into Mudsdale, I think. And then that's going to bring in his Whimsicott. And then we can try to wish into something if we need to. Oh, he goes directly in the Mega Steelix. Interesting. Okay. I think we click Earthquake then. And then we do 43. He gets his Stealth Rocks up. And then we also see that we're slow, or we're faster. So he's not running any speed, which is totally fine. What's his switch here? Whimsicott? I'm going to get my own Stealth Rocks up. That is A-okay with me. A-okay with me. So he's Roar. What else you got? Yeah, Roar and Stealth Rocks. So at this point, I think anything we go for should not, or I guess not Psychic, but if we go for, oh, we want Mega Steelix, not regular Steelix. And if we go for the Mega Alakazam, Shadow Ball has a chance to knock out. Oh, how important is my Megazam this game? Extremely. I believe it's extremely important. So because he can just go for a Roar trying to get something in. And honestly, if he gets in pretty much anything, I'd be fine with it. I just don't want him to KO my my Mega here. Oh my goodness. I guess this is what it's here for though, right? We're gonna go for Focus Miss. Hey, we land the Focus Blast! Yeah! Mega Alakazam gets the first kill of the season for Mega Zam. Okay. Oh, he's Heavy Duty Boots. Okay. He's probably Protect then. Protect, Heavy Duty Boots. So he's not Focus Sash. He's not faster than me. If he goes for Protect, I go for Substitute. Like, easy. And then we click Psychic. Easy. Mega Zam with the KO. Heck yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Whew. Should have gone for it. Hate to see it. It was a 50-50 there on both sides. So he's Heavy Duty Boots on the Dragonite as well. He's got E-Speed though, for sure. So I think I actually think Applejack's our answer here. Because he's either going to go for the Dragon Dance. Wait, what do I need? What do I need this for now? Pretty much nothing, right? Pretty much nothing. So if he, let's think this through. Let's not go crazy. Because Clefable just wins at this point. If we can get some chip on this. So if he tries to go for a Dragon Dance so that he can sweep, that's fine. But he also knows that if he takes any damage, a Ice Shard from Weavile is going to do a ton of damage. But then he's thinking he can outspeed it. So I'm going to click Psychic. We're going to go ahead and let our Mega Alakazam go down. Super sad. But now that we have that broken, that Sash broken, we can just go into Hubbub, or the multi-scale broken. We go into Clefable here. We click Moonblast. Oh, and the Toxic's going to take it out? No, Toxic lets it live. Okay. That's okay, because he has nothing that he can do to me. So he's going to go for the Defog. That's totally fine. And then I think Moonblast just takes us home. I think it does. Conkeldurr, he can go for a Mach Punch, but Moonblast is going to knock that out. So Hubba Bubba cleaning up late. And then I believe, even if Dragonite takes us out, we have Ice Shard on Weavile. GG's. We click Moonblast. I don't know what else he's got for me. He's gonna try to Dragon Dance up, but that's okay because we are unaware. And then we're gonna click Moonblast one more time. And Clefable coming in with the 3 kills towards the end. Oh my goodness. Earthquake does 30%, and we just click Moonblast to win the game. So awesome. Starting off strong, 5-0. That Scolipede was super, super scary. There was definitely a 50-50 there of whether he was going to go for Protect or not. I felt like he kind of had to at that point just because of how much my Mega Alakazam was a threat, or how much my Mega Alakazam could do to his team. And if he's Boots and not Sash, then that immediately means that I OHKO him. So if he does not go for the Protect, he dies. So, but he did know I have the substitute, so I don't know. It's definitely a 50-50 there. Hubba Bubba coming through at the end with the 3 kills. So 5-0 for our week 1 win. Very happy with how the team performed. Applause all around. Weavile didn't make it to the field, but that's okay. Everyone else performed wonderfully. Thank you all for watching. That was week 1, so we'll see you back for week 2. See you, everyone.